Hey everybody, welcome to the family van. Buckle up and let's talk Housewives.
People, we are going on a cruise for 2.5 weeks.
God, now what are we gonna do? There's no way in hell.
This is not funny. We are going on a cruise. This is not funny. You have a little family van. When do you ever bring a family van to pick up 6 people?
You don't.
Okay? This is ridiculous. You guys are everywhere. Why are you sending a family van?
Honey, we're just gonna make this work.
Okay, let's go.
You know?
I was expecting a nice limo, relaxing with a mimosa on our way to a trip. Oh my God, this is
Hello. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Bobby.
I always think it's weird to say hi to each other when we've just said hi to each other. Like when we've been together the whole evening.
You mean I didn't just walk in?
No. Spoiler alert for those at home. We're sitting, it's not as professional as it sounds. We're actually just sitting in my bedroom, my bed, my marital bed. And she's on my husband's side, under the covers, you know.
Yeah, my tootsies were
covered in
cold.
cum.
Oh, God.
Just kidding. We wiped it off.
I mean, what temperature do you keep your thermostat at? I'm pretty sure it said 64.
63 typically. If it's on 64, there's going to be hell to pay. I'm going out there. I'm fixing it.
So, yeah, I was freezing. My tootsies had to go under the quilt.
Tell everybody what I'm wearing.
I mean, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's amazing. It's like,
what's the brand name?
It's
of
like
this?
a Sherpa.
It's one of those things like a Snuggie or like
where is the tag? I don't see a tag. I'm like feeling your whole back.
Is there not a tag in it?
I don't see one.
Oh.
But like, it's like that Sherpa material on the inside and
What's that
velvety on
say?
the outside.
The Comfy. It's called the Comfy.
It's the Comfy. It's just like a giant
Look,
looking
I have boobs like you.
jacket.
I have
It's
my
a
knees in there and I look
sweatshirt or
pretending
something.
they're my boobs like Tanya's boobs.
It's a good name though because it does look like it's comfy.
My big breasts.
My breasts.
My big breasts.
But then I'm
it's one, and they're
I'm
usually
wearing
like
a
$50.
giant, like, kids romper.
Yeah, but thing was like $50. It's like it's in the same category as like the Snuggie, the Slanket, and the what's the other one? That's the onesie, the Forever Lazy.
I never heard that name.
Oh, you've never heard of the Forever
That's
Lazy?
definitely up your alley.
I have too. They're a big onesie. They're the big fleece onesies that zip up.
They named it after you.
The original version was called the Forever Lazy, but this is called
really
the
good.
Comfy, and it's like a huge oversized hoodie. I like to take it to the movies.
Oh, that'd be perfect. I
Mhm.
feel like I'd pass out though.
It is big but I like it. I've worn it out in public. I've worn it like to the movies,
I don't
like
blame you.
not waited to put it on in the movies.
Just some yoga pants underneath.
Yeah, it just looks like I don't know. I feel like Ariana Grande in it.
Yeah.
I'm just a little girl in a big sweatshirt.
I'm just a little girl.
I'm a baby in a little sweatshirt. But yeah, is there any? I don't know. We just watched we're gonna talk about OC first because
Their reunion,
it's freshest on our mind. But
Yeah.
is there anything we need to talk about before? Sonia, I almost just called you Sonia.
Wow, that would be great.
I'm Luann,
That
and you're Sonia.
Yeah.
Do you think
But
that
I feel like that
tracks?
would
Would I
definitely be the opposite.
Luann?
You would be
Yeah,
Sonia.
I would be
for
Sonia. I feel like
sure,
you'd be
for sure,
Luann.
for sure, for
Because
sure.
you would definitely be like, it's Mrs. De Lesseps. And I would not.
Yeah,
wear
like
underwear.
I don't think I would be Luann, but in that context, I'm more Luann than you.
Yeah.
So you would definitely
Well,
be.
it's not Housewives related, but not
There
Sonia.
was something I wanted to talk about. Now I
Tanya-
can't remember which one.
No, you wanted to consider adding new segments.
Oh,
you were
yes.
springing new segments on me on the day of production.
no.
Hello, I am the producer, the
No, it's
editor,
for-
the senior recording engineer, the sound tech.
No, but it's for
person.
future. We won't talk about it. But
Well,
no, I wanted
we can like brainstorm it real quick. What are you wanting to add?
So I was thinking to like steal from another podcast.
What do you think
that
I'm not
into.
doing already that we should be doing? I don't.
I was
produce a good
thinking
enough
that it
show.
would be cute because we don't really have like segments where like some other
My
podcasts have
soundboard
like
would disagree.
cute little like, oh, we do this or whatever.
Yeah, that's because other podcasts edit, and I am not about that life.
No, and I'm fine with that.
I'm more about the spontaneous.
I feel like it should
life.
still be spontaneous, but I think,
That's how
but
my
I
husband would
think-
say it.
it would be fun to have just one question, not like a whole thing.
For each of us, or just like
One
both of us?
question we both answer.
Oh, okay.
So the show, like the podcast I've been watching, sorry, because they also like put it on YouTube. So I keep
Oh, what a dig! Another dig at me. Something else I don't do.
No, I was thinking
I
because
used
you'll
to.
tease me
I know,
because
I'm
I'll
kidding.
say we're gonna like. What is the phrase I use? Film. I guess not film, but
You
I've
say
said
record-
something in
you
the
say-
past.
You say we're gonna record. No, you say film sometimes.
I think I used to, but I'm like so used to us like recording now. But anyway, they
because we used to have to sit down in front of lights.
right, and so it would confuse me because your other podcast,
confused.
you put like you guys would film
Right.
/ record. Anyway, now I'm like way down a rabbit hole of nothing. All to say,
This other podcast you listen to has a trivia section.
Yeah,
and you
it's just
wanna-
one question, and so like the one person
But someone
writes it down.
Someone would have to. I would have to hire outside help for this.
Yeah, so on theirs, it's like
I
one
don't.
of
The
their
budget
producers or
is
something does.
really stretched thin.
I-
Look at where we are.
I
We
think-
are in my.
I think
room.
John could do it.
I don't know if I could afford him.
I think
He has a
can.
really like high executive paying job at IKEA. Don't tell anyone. He's really high up in the.
I think I could ask him to do
company.
it because that way, like neither one of us know it. I mean, the difference would be like if we don't want to be the same as that other show, each of us could come up with one,
So he. Yeah.
and then we just like ask the other person, and basically it's like if they know it or not.
Okay, that's a little homework, but I can. We can.
So
do
you
that.
can
Would
think
it be
on
at the
it.
beginning of the show or the end of the show?
I don't know. You can think on it.
Oh my gosh, when you come to pitch meetings, I don't know how it works.
I didn't know you were going
and
to
all
spring
the
it
other
on me
production
in front of
companies that
everybody.
you work for, all the other
Oh my
production
God.
companies you work for, but at this production company, I need like things just don't happen. I mean, look, this is a 100% genuine, authentic Amazon soundboard.
Okay.
You don't see that in all podcast or recording
Okay, so how about
studios.
this? Because usually the
But-
beginning
so
we
for
do
next
talk
week-
about if there's like either something going on with ourselves
Over the course
or
of each week,
social
we
media,
just think of a trivia question
and
for
then
each
at the
other.
and then we do what we do, and then maybe it's like
What
right
is it
before
that
we
we do?
leave there's a trivia question,
So
and then
like
we
a
end on that.
trivia at the end before we plug our social networking.
Yeah, so I guess
sites.
we do have segments.
Yeah, honey.
Because we just don't call it anything. Like some are cheesy, and it's
That's
like
because I had the
the beginning's
ingenious
called, like, what's
idea
happening?
to use each theme song as the what are the things called? Segments.
yes.
So we do have segments.
No, and I totally get that, but I mean, we don't
I just
have like a
make them
cheesy little
effortless.
like, okay, so this part's when we do this, and then this part's, you know.
Actually,
Research me, you'll find me. Click them keys and Google me.
that I would consider that a segment.
I do too.
It's just very sporadic. It's just whenever we need to know things.
Yeah.
It's my way of editing in the moment.
and I totally appreciate that.
Me too.
because I couldn't do what you do, Bobby.
Tell me more about that. Tell me more. I haven't, since we're holding our microphones now, when I ask you a question, I feel like I have to.
You're gonna like hold it up to my face.
I feel like I have to.
Do you
want
wanna
to
answer this?
No. What was? I feel like I need to like.
So
the
when
microphone.
did I ever tell you when we were little kids?
I wish we had big Bob
We
Barker
had
mics.
when my parents were together when I was little. We had a hot tub in our backyard, and
Is that where you conceived?
ew, don't say that. So then it would like the thermometer would like bob around,
The thermometer.
and I would like pick it up, and we would pretend like we were like news anchors. Be like up next, blah, 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 you know, and then like.
oh, I've
ask the
always wanted to
question,
be. I still to this
like,
day
put the mic in
regret
front of
not
somebody's face.
not majoring in broadcast journalism. I 100% should have, and
You
I wish I
should've.
would have. But I wasn't a confident person in college, so I didn't.
That's just so wild to me.
But I would have. Like I would have loved it. I like when I went to Palm Springs and hung out with Sarah Sanchez of her news, and like we went to
Yeah.
her news studio. And when I lived
Were
in
you like,
Huntington
oh, I could do this?
and
I
was a
love it."
realtor, our realtor group got to go tour the local WOWK News Channel 13,
Woo!
and I got to sit at the desk and like I made people take my picture, and I just felt so.
You felt at home, yeah.
But I feel at home anywhere there's like blinding lights and a camera and a way
You know
to,
your angles.
Yes, and a way. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Is a way to control your own angles.
Yeah,
I don't want to be. Candids are not my friend.
I get that.
Yeah.
But I feel like there was something I was going to say, and I was like, oh, I'm going to save it for the pod, and now I can't remember.
Was it about Mauricio and Kyle?
No. But it was something that I had seen. And I
Did you
wanted to
watch
get-
The Golden
I
Bachelor?
wanted to get your take on it. No.
Oh, I watched the first episode. You gotta watch it.
I don't watch a lot of like.
You've got to watch. I've never
network
seen The Bachelor. I've never
television.
seen The Bachelor in my whole life, but I knew
Well,
I had to watch
feel
this.
like that one would be interesting, but
Oh,
I haven't
you'll
watched
love
it.
You'll love it. There's a woman who
Man, I
literally,
hope it comes back to me.
these women are there's like 70-year-old, 75-year-old women on the bat, and it's everything you think it will be.
I
It
know
is
what I was
that.
gonna say.
What?
Okay, so I did do some posts this week, so you should be really excited. But there's so many Housewife franchises, like new seasons coming out, which is really
back,
excited.
yes.
What's our favorite, Bobby?
Potomac is mine, right?
Well, okay, maybe like overall, but like our
Beverly
newest
Hills.
favorite has been Miami.
Oh yeah, I always
That-
forget it's
That
on
is
Peacock.
like really, yeah, I know, but it's really been giving. But like,
We get to
who's-
listen
Who's
to the
one of our
song.
favorites?
Marisol.
I think she has a peach this year because whenever I was looking at like the cast photos,
You think?
it was all of them, and I don't know if
I
they
know, but
would have
they've done
shown
that.
her.
They've done that from the start with her and Adriana. They got a raw deal. Something's not. Something's not. I think it has to do with Marisol's husband.
Do you need to be her agent?
I think it's her husband.
Like,
I
he
think
doesn't want her
he
to be
doesn't
all
want,
in.
He doesn't want to give the access that you have. Like when Sutton, her first year, where none of the cameras were at her house and stuff like that.
But do you think all of them? Like, I don't know all about all of her husbands in Miami.
No, but I think that if you can't give them anything personal, and that she doesn't have kids, she's only married, so
Yeah,
anything
It
personal
would have to be more.
So I think since she doesn't really have a real job, I don't feel like anymore.
Probably not.
So I think she just doesn't have anything that she can put in like her contract to like
I guess
show
not.
outside, because she's involved in every dispute and everything. So you would think logic would say, but it's kind of, it's an enigma. If she doesn't get one, I will find it odd.
I
But
know.
watch and see if we see her husband ever, because if we don't,
Yeah.
I feel like it's his fault.
Well, yeah. I mean,
So
if
she doesn't need me to be
have
her
one,
agent. She needs me to help her get a divorce.
I'm gonna DM her because I
I'll
just
DM
need
her.
to know more. Do I keep? Is that me? Am I like?
No, I think I keep bumping my breast.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, is that my breath in the
But I
microphone?
don't really know if we took our condoms off our microphones because they were just covered
just
in cat fur.
saturated in cat fur,
It's
which no
disgusting.
judgment. Both of our homes
No.
are just.
Yeah, they're side dishes at our house. Cat.
Oh yeah, I was telling you, well, maybe I told the other guys, I was moving the furniture around my house today for no other reason than I just wanted to, and that was exhausting. And
I did that in there, but I
Which-
still need you to help me with
I
decorations.
don't even think I noticed. Have
But
you
I got-
always had this dresser?
No, we just got it in as is.
That
$15 out of each paycheck.
That looks great.
And I got two
was it
new
the-
drawers.
Because was it the dresser you had in here that like the drawers were
Yeah,
like
I moved it in there.
nice?
Yeah, I'll show you later.
But the whole back of my love seat, which was against a wall.
I mean, look back here.
So I
This
don't know
is
how it
covered
happened.
in
Oh,
Larry
yeah,
hair.
yeah.
Like it's.
But Bobby, the whole back of my sofa was like thick cat hair. I've only been in that house for 3 years, and like, how
we
is
should
it
harvest
getting,
it and
how is it
sell
getting
makeup
back
brushes.
there? Maybe
Cruelty-free
It was very
cat-
soft.
genuine cat fur makeup brushes.
I guess it
I
could
bet
be.
that wouldn't work. Because even if I get a cat hair on my beauty blender,
You just feel it all
Yeah,
day.
all day.
You're just like, oh god.
so
oh,
I
God, oh,
can't
God.
imagine a cat hair makeup
No.
brush. They make them out of squirrel hair.
Squirrels.
But
Okay,
squirrels are
so,
like more wiry and stuff.
so what would you like to talk about today?
Well, Salt Lake City we're like an episode behind now, so I feel like we should just wait and talk about that next time and lump it like the end of their
I'm fine
Palm
with that.
Springs
Do you think
trip
that's going to
into their,
be
like how they react
close
for
to the
Palm
end of the
Springs.
season?
No, honey, it just started. Salt Lake City just started.
So do you think they're like middle right now?
No, it's like episode 5.
No way.
Yes.
I thought it was way more than that in
No.
already. So we're going to have
They
to
just went on a trip really fast.
So we're going to see Salt Lake City at the same time as Miami and Potomac and Beverly Hills.
I don't know. 4
franchises.
Well, yeah, that makes sense because there's usually 3 on at a time. And
I
since
mean,
it
what are our episodes
Miami
going to
moved from
be?
Peacock to whatever.
2 hours?
I don't know.
We're going to have to figure it out.
Hey, I have to
Production,
say, I don't know who's
production,
listening, but
production.
people are, or we wouldn't still do that. I mean, we do this for the 50s of people that listen, but
Wow,
that's a
that
lot
was
to
just
me.
the 5th episode.
It's a lot to me that within the first week of me putting an episode out, it gets up to 50 people.
Okay, but I just
They
looked,
eventually grow to like 75 to 100-ish, but that's, people
But-
are listening to us.
But
with
so
no
I'm just going to
promotion.
plug a little early. We love you guys. Please follow us.
Yeah, pretty please. On
Family Van
Instagram.
Pod. And then Because right now I looked and we only have 78 followers, and I know before we had 80
I
something.
know, pathetic.
So I don't know what happened.
Just take us out back and shoot
I mean, I'm
us.
sure one of them's my personal account, one of them's your personal account. Probably.
Speaking of, this is like an
Probably
80-year-old's
John and
problem
Scott.
to have, but my Facebook got hacked and I no longer have a Facebook.
Oh my God. Was it your original Facebook from college?
Yeah. It has
Whoa.
tons of pictures and videos of my dad.
And
tons
you
of
can't
stuff.
get them?
Nope.
Have you reached out to the Facebook?
So my Instagram, I made.
What's his name? Tom? No, that was MySpace.
Oh,
Mark
my dad's
Zuckerberg.
name was Tom.
No, but I was thinking like you have to reach out
Mark.
to like the Facebook.
Oh, I don't even. Let me tell
Do
you,
they
this
have
is a
customer
rabbit hole. But
service?
what happened? So I have my.
What had happened was
I have my. We'll just plug our socials now. You can follow us at Family Van Pod, at Tanya Caldwell, Tanya Caldwell, and then me at It's Bobby Jean Spears. And I made that, and it's not connected to my personal Facebook ever, because I didn't want, like, if I lost, it was just like I didn't when I
they don't
started
need to
my
be
makeup
linked.
Instagram and stuff, I didn't want like my family to see it, so I didn't hook it to that Facebook, so it doesn't have an Instagram hook to it. But then I linked them kind of, but just so that they were like, you could log into each one easily, but they're not hooked. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Someone or something, because I don't think it was a human who did
It's
this,
just like a bot or
got
something.
into my regular Facebook. The other night, I got a text that said, "This is your Facebook one-time like reset thing.
So
Don't
somebody
share
was
it."
trying to.
And I was like, "That's weird." And I immediately got on my Facebook, and you know where you can eventually, I don't know where the fuck to go anymore, because there's like a million new buttons on Facebook. I don't know how the 80-year-olds are keeping up.
Okay, Grandpa.
I don't know how my grandpa's. He does
Larry
mention.
is on Facebook.
Oh yeah, but he has
Oh, my
mentioned lately
God.
that it has gotten very difficult, and I was just like brushing that off as like, oh my God, and yeah, Facebook's so difficult. It's difficult. There's so much.
There's too
it's-
much happening. I don't
There's
really
too
look
much.
at it too
There's
often.
like a local. Somehow I became a member of a local group of people from my hometown called like MOV, What's Happening, Mid Ohio Valley, What's Happening, and it's just people bitching about like.
Yeah, you don't.
I
Want
don't know.
That.
I don't know how I got in there. I'm in like these marketplace. I don't even know. But anyway, I logged in, and somehow in your settings you can see like your active sessions, and I didn't have any weird ones. So I was like, okay, I guess if no one got that code that was texted to me, then it should be fine.
I had that for a while with Amazon. It was like 10 times in a row, like, here's your one time, blah, blah, blah.
This was
and I'm
once,
like,
and
I'm not.
I looked,
doing
I wasn't
that.
logged in anywhere, so I thought, okay, whatever. And then I
That's so weird.
looked, and Facebook was fine. The next day, I tried to log into Facebook, and it says, your Facebook account has been suspended because, where's my phone? Because user, like, it's so weird. Hold on.
Did you take a screenshot of it or something?
Yeah. I have to find it. GOOGLE me. G search me. You'll find me. Where the hell did I put that picture? Gee, so sometimes not editing doesn't work. But oh, here it is. Your account has been suspended because your linked Instagram account, which keep in mind, I just went above and beyond to tell you I don't have a linked Instagram account to that Facebook. I have a separate Bobby Jean Spears Facebook that is linked to.
Oh, okay.
That's like a business Facebook.
Yeah.
To my Instagram. This person.
So you can sell your MLM.
Right. Yeah, so I can push my It Works and my Monet hair care. Kenya Moore hair care. Your account was suspended because your linked Instagram account DODONGNGHI3860
which is not you.
S0OQKWA doesn't follow our rules. Log in to your linked Instagram account to appeal our decision.
That doesn't make any sense.
Nope.
They're telling you to go to Instagram to fix your Facebook?
Yeah, because my linked,
but it's not even your
my
Instagram
linked
account.
Instagram, I know. So something got into my regular
What does that say?
Facebook.
Download your information?
Yeah, I clicked that, but I don't know what it gave me. It didn't give me anything. It gave me like the information that like companies
That is so
would get
wild.
on you. So it wants me to not log into Facebook to appeal the decision. It wants me to log into the linked Instagram account that was made by that Facebook, which I don't have any login information, and I already copied and pasted that into search on Instagram, and there isn't a username like that. And so I don't know what to do. If anyone knows what to do, tell me.
That is so crazy.
I've reported a problem on my personal Instagram. Like, you know, how you
Yeah.
can shake it and like it comes
Well,
up.
it's like,
And I reported it, and I
if it wasn't for like
sent an email
personal
to an
pictures and
email I
things that you
found.
would want to save, I'd just say like make a new one, because that's happened to a lot of people.
Yeah, but Facebook
that
doesn't
sucks.
have a way to contact them. We're not customers of Facebook. We're the product that Facebook sells. So
That's insane.
So there is no one to you. There's no email to email. There's no chat. There's no like.
Can you contact? Is there anybody at Instagram
I don't know.
to be
But
like, to me, this looks like a fake
I've heard
account.
horror
It's ruined
stories
by
like
Facebook.
this. Like I did influencer
Yeah.
relations for a cosmetics company, and I've seen like watched horror stories of like influencers who had like hundreds of thousands of followers
Right.
lose their Instagram for like no real reason, and then once you do, you cannot get a hold of Facebook or Instagram unless like now there's like Instagram verified where you can like pay to get a check mark,
Oh, right.
and that gives you access to like customer service. That's $14 a month, and I don't want a fake blue check mark. I feel like that makes you look so desperate,
Yeah.
and I'm just not for so I don't have. And that's like how I talk to my grandpa. Like we message on Messenger.
So now he's gonna be like,
So
what happened to Bobby? Did
I
you
already
text
told
him?
I already told him. He was very like worried that my data, and like I'm like, honey, I don't have data.
You were
I
like,
could give my
nobody's
social security
stealing.
number here, and it would not
Yeah.
matter. If anyone who steals my identity is very
They're
buyer's
gonna be
remorse.
upset.
They're gonna wish there was a return policy
Aw,
because I got bills and my dog has bills.
that's right.
All right. Well, that was a rabbit hole, but there was stuff I needed to tell you anyway. So let's get in and let's just go right to where we just came from.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We're using a new product, so I just making sure nothing fucked up. But I think
That
we're
metronome was wild.
yeah. I don't know why this new thing like counts me in. Like, can you count me in? Like, I'm Colby
Well, I was
Calais.
expecting you to just do a couple, but it
Will
goes
you count me
longer.
in? What is that song? Will you count me in? Starts on my toes, makes me wrinkle my nose. Colby Calais.
I feel like that was a different song.
No, because at the beginning I know she goes, will you count me in? Like that.
Oh wow, that's just not the song I expected to go with. But anyway,
Starts on my toes.
I really enjoyed the reunion.
Yes, the reunion was very good.
I mean, it gave me everything.
That is all. Thanks for listening. And sorry, I'm
10
just
out
a
of
little
10.
distracted because I'm still watching this, and it's not.
I know. Stop looking at
well,
it.
it's like flying by me, and it's not keeping up. So I'm like,
You're like, is
annoyed.
it recording?
I'm like, is it
You're so
recording?
distracted.
I am distracted.
Do you
It's
want to
hard
pause
be-
and listen and make sure it did it?
No,
Are
because
you gonna
look
be
at
okay?
look at the lines going up and down. It's making noises. We're making noises.
My goodness.
So if we have to, like,
Uh,
all right.
okay.
It's like the background
You
noise
should've,
for.
you should have warned people you were gonna do that.
It's for the back. It's like the background noise in Salt Lake City.
Oh, that's true. That's
I love
a
it.
wild
It's my
song.
favorite.
You do really like
It's a
that
wild
one.
song. It's
Oh
not
my
like a
God.
song. It's just music.
Oh my God.
What?
Whatever. It's
Whatever.
recorded music. Isn't that a song?
You guys just heard us break up. This show's over. You just saw it. I just wish that it would travel with it, but that's okay.
You need to move on.
I know, but
What would you
can't.
like to say about the reunion?
I can't stop looking at the screen. I have to keep up with it the whole time. I
Oh
know
my
I don't
God.
have to. I don't have to. Stop it.
It'll be okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna ignore the fact that I'm not gonna watch. Okay.
You might need to put like some other
No,
visual up on the
yeah,
screen.
Here, my soundboard. Let's put my
yeah,
soundboard
there
up
you
there.
go. Does that make you feel
All
better?
right,
Do you want
yeah,
to play a
and
little?
There
There we
get
go.
us back in the mood.
Okay.
Should I take one of my Advans? up here?
Maybe.
No.
No,
I
let
might.
me start with this.
We viewed
What did
this
you think
together.
of that set?
Is beautiful.
Wow.
And it was probably, honestly, one of the cheapest ones they've ever done.
You think? I thought that would have been expensive to have
they
all
didn't
the
have
sand
to really decorate anything,
and that
but
set.
honey, you
Yeah.
can get sand on Craigslist for free tomorrow.
I know, but they had like this, like they were like on a board. Oh, you're right.
That classic
And
free
then
dirt.
that like green screen thing you
How
think
lo-
was cheap?
well, not cheap, but like they probably rented the studio.
Okay.
or whatever. And
they didn't like purchase that situation.
And they
Did they
really
even
didn't
say
have
where
to,
they
like,
were?
Mm-mm.
Like, do you think Andy flew to California?
No, I think they were in New York City.
I think, remember back in the
More and
day, I
more,
think he would
yeah.
go to like
He would.
those cities. Now he's like, you bitches are flying to me.
Yeah.
I don't care how much we have to pay you. I am not leaving town.
Because they all started on the East Coast.
And also because he has kids. So he's probably like, I'm not like spending a week out there for some
that's what he told
reunion.
us. Our inside sources
That's what he said.
say.
Anyway.
But we watched this together, and let's toot and boot the looks real quick from left to right. We have Emily toot, and she's looking great.
Definitely toot, but
she was orange.
But
yeah, Tanya has a problem with her eyes.
yeah, you can't see her eyeballs, and it's because Bobby says her lashes are too big. So obviously, I have to agree with him because he knows what he's talking about.
It's something like
I just don't know what she's doing.
First of all, she has smaller eye holes, so like that's just naturally it's gonna look like that.
Is that how you phrase it?
So like she always
Her
you
eye
kind
holes?
of do you always feel like eye holes? Do you know how like do you always feel like she's like squinting and like pursing and like brooding? Is that what you feel like it looks like?
That's what it looks like, or that she's
It just looks like that.
like
and
Asian or something.
No, it just looks like that because she has small eyes to begin with, and she's
and then
putting
her
a
lashes
big
are too
lash
heavy.
and a heavy dark liner and dark waterline eyeliner. Like so she's doing nothing to like make her eyes open.
Do you think?
You know that one TikTok video that I have? Probably not, because you are on
I
Facebook.
watch them.
Well,
I watch
you
whatever you
whatever's
like.
on
Link, yeah.
Instagram. Yeah, you
'Cause
don't. You're not
a
cool and
millennial.
on the TikTok.
No.
TikTok has like 10-minute videos, and I'm really. I just hit 11.8 thousand followers on TikTok.
Wow.
Just at Bobby Jean Spears, nothing fancy.
You're great.
Yeah, I'm just so great.
It's amazing.
It's making me like. I think from the Creator Fund, I made $6 last month.
Woo!
So I will soon not
Killing
be looking for a
it.
job. It's expensive to be me.
Oh, I wish you had that song.
I do have it, but I just not on my soundboard.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, I know. But
Oh,
but yeah, that's
but
Emily. Anyway, I have a TikTok where I line my lower waterline with a nude liner, particularly the
am nude.
Makeup Revolution Streamline eyeliner in the shade nude, in case anyone is curious. And it's only $6, and it's a dupe for like the House Labs.
I love the word dupe.
$23 eyeliner that has great payoff and in the waterline, which is hard to find.
Land the plane. No, I was gonna say Dorinda, but I meant Dorit.
These facts are needed to know.
Yeah.
And a nude eyeliner more so than a white, because you know how Bianca Del Rio puts that white liner in there and it
Yes.
looks clowny.
It's like
a
me in
nude,
junior high.
a nude does what a white waterline liner does, but like naturally. So you just look like awake.
I get that, but like,
She needs that, and she needs a smaller lash with like more concentration on the outside, so that it's not like.
but my
fluffy on
question
the
is,
inside.
does everybody have to wear false lashes?
Yes, Stan, they do.
Because when they're on TV, you just really wouldn't see their eyelashes at all. They would look
Yes,
bad.
it would look like just an eye look with no hair.
Okay.
It would look like a man without his toupee. And I was gonna say the reason I called you Stan was,
Well, I get it.
well, yeah, but the other people don't know my inside jokes. I love Miss Congeniality, and I'm trying to find, because I think
Do you want me to ask you about the perfect day?
No.
Oh no, that's a
it
different
would be
one.
like, what do you want as Miss America? And now
That would be harsher punishment for parole violators, Stan.
I love that sound.
Yes,
I have a lot of weird sounds.
that's a good one.
What's that?
Perfect, you're beautiful, you look like Linda Evangelista, you're a model.
Did you stone those tights?
Everything about you is perfect. Did you stone those tights? Oh, you're smiling.
Yeah, I have lots of sounds. I even have a whole like themed sound pack of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire sounds.
Oh yeah.
For when I did a whole 2-hour episode of Hey Girl, like produced from tip to taint, like meticulously.
And was it
live.
not recorded?
And it was the one where I gave Scott a huge master quiz of all Grey's Anatomy questions.
Oh yeah.
And he had a blast, luckily, doing it. But it crashed my computer and I lost the whole fucking thing. And I went into, like, it took me hours to prepare for that episode
But you
because
had a
I
great
got-
time.
I got all these sounds like let's play. Hold on, let me play from the beginning. And it was like scripted, and when he was trying to think of things, I would like play like this in the background. Like, dude.
Wow.
So we can use this. We can repurpose it for your
a
new
trivia?
segment.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got me excited. So you just gotta like warm me up and figure me out and see what gets me going. And it's stuff like this where I can do stupid ass things and be like, welcome to Who Wants to Be a Housewife. We'll workshop the name.
Yeah.
We'll workshop the name, but
Yeah.
I
'cause
can
I'm
always
gonna
say,
do that one.
is that your final answer?
No, I do like that.
Is it locked
Yeah.
in?
Because, yeah. No, I
And
really
then
like it.
where I think it's on here, I switched them to correct.
Oh, yeah.
And I also have wrong.
Yeah, I could tell it's not.
And for those who
Right,
watch
but it's
RuPaul's
not-
Drag
it's
Race,
not
I
as
also
obvious.
have the music for when they are,
Booted off?
and packing and
Give it
stuff.
to me. Oh, yeah. I'm writing on the board with my lipstick.
Yeah. And I also have the one where they're like,
Oh, wow. The time has come.
3 queens stand before me. Only 2 will go on to become America's Next Top Model. Yeah, I have all of them.
Oh, my goodness. Girl. Hers. I never really understood that phrase.
It was put in there, you know the story behind it, right?
No. There's a
okay.
story?
Yeah, up until season 6 or 7, it said, "Ooh, girl, you got she-male."
Oh,
And one of the ex-transgender thing threw a hiss and made it so that we couldn't say that anymore.
And so then.
Don't get me started on woke culture.
So then Rue just
Rick-
came up with some
I
random.
almost said Rick DeSantis. Ron DeSantis 2024. Woke is a virus. We need to kill it.
But then, so Rue then just like made up she done already and had hers.
No, it was set in a skit at some point,
Okay,
and so it just
okay.
became like a thing.
Just
but-
like opulence.
yeah, opulence. She had. Oh, you own everything. Okay, so we've only tooted one look.
I know. We need to get on track. Is there a
is-
song for that?
No, but
give
the
me something for
soundtrack.
Get on
The
Track.
soundtrack to this whole episode
Yeah. Wow.
and Shannon's latest dash cam sound.
Oh God. Okay, but overall,
We're just gonna do OC today.
Overall,
We'll save New York and Salt
Emily-
Lake for next week.
Emily was a toot.
Yes.
So the next to her was Shannon.
Shannon looked like Shannon Jane Storm's Bador.
So our friend Scott doesn't watch Housewives, but he was with us when we were watching the
But he
reunion,
knows.
and he said,
loosely knows
"Is there
who
Erica Jane?
some of
That's
them
Erica
are."
Jane."
Yeah, and we were like, no, and he said that twice. He was like, that's not Erica Jane, and we were like, no, we know.
Yeah, he got really
Like,
upset about it.
We are the ones with the podcast. About
We know
how
who's
it's like,
who, okay?
We know.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
But I mean, I might forget who some people on Dubai are, but exactly.
Don't tell me who is who. But
But
she looked great.
she did.
And what was the revelation I shared with you about
So you
how
were
to dress a
saying
housewife?
how stylists should
how to serve a
really-
moment at the reunion?
they
And do you
should-
agree with me?
I do agree with you because
Okay.
you said like basically they
Can
should
I
get
present
to.
my thesis?
Oh, I thought you wanted me to
Well, I
like,
wanna
present what I
present-
learned.
Well, I do. I want you to present what you learned,
Oh
but
my
I want to
God.
present my formal thesis first.
It's fine because you
Okay.
know I was just gonna bumble through it.
Right. I did know that.
It was kind of like this, and then you'd be like, "No, I said this."
Right, exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
So I just feel like
Diabetes.
oh, you reminded me because I have this sound. Hold on.
Did you mean to play that?
Yes, but I thought it was something different. Hold on. I have a song, or not a song, but a sound on here. But let me find it.
It's not a song. It's just music.
Oh, shut up. Where is it?
Oh my God, you have so many. What is doing
Oh,
yourself?
here. Look.
Oh, is that from that
That
girl?
pee and squirt girl.
You just gotta keep doing yourself until you can. That's for me. A squirting.
That's what Larry says to John after he peed on his.
I'm gonna ahead.
Wait, hold on. No, you're not. You're gonna.
That's not pay, that's squirt. And I love it, Remy, love it.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh! If you guys don't know, I don't know who the
Don't watch
audience
that
is.
video.
Look up the girl the squirting pillow girl. Just look her up. She's from E-Bombs World a long time ago.
It's
I'm dating
awful.
myself. I'm definitely cutting myself in half and showing my rings here. But
E-Bombs World.
E-Bombs World. Anyway, I was gonna. You reminded me I have this. Oh, did I already play that?
That's what you were talking about.
did.
Oh my god.
But no. What?
You just played it like it was some revelation.
Well, it's gonna lead to one.
We're not drunk.
No, I am a little elevated, but that's it. I put it in. I played you this because I turned it into this.
Diabetes.
And around lockdown, around COVID times, I made this. I made a lot of fun things. So I just thought that I would share that one.
Those are really good.
Diabetes.
That's Wilford Brimley. I took that off Hooter. Oh.
Okay.
What other things do I have on here?
No, I can't.
Did you watch
this whole episode.
Did you watch The Comeback? The Lisa Kudrow show?
No, I really need to though.
Yeah, you need to. Okay. Well,
oh my god.
back on track.
So Shannon, I just thought that
Let me
she
present
and
my thesis.
Tamara, oh yeah, but I think they just look a little too old.
Okay.
For those outfits.
www.com.org. So my thesis is, when dressing a housewife, if you are a housewife stylist, and to all those housewife stylists listening out there today, here is my career-saving advice for you. So your goal when dressing a housewife at a reunion, if you want them to serve a moment and you want it to be a moment, because there's been a lot of girls go on there and they look good, but you wouldn't say it was a moment. Right.
And you need to serve when you're.
And I feel like that
reunion.
is the purpose of the reunion and confessional looks, are to give some moments.
100%.
Yeah. So the key though is so if Erica Jane were wearing what Shannon was wearing, we all would have been like, she's serving. This is a moment. Like, that is everything. Yes.
And I think it would have looked great on her because it would be a little more covered up than she usually is.
Yes. But I can also see her out of options a stylist is showing her, being like, ooh, I like that one. Like, she personally liked it. Like, that's right. It tends to be like a style she would pick if she were out shopping without professional help. Which, God save any of them if they ever have to do that. Poor things. Which Erica Jane probably did have to learn to shop
It's
by
like
herself.
Lisa Barlow when she couldn't do her own makeup.
Oh God, yeah, that'll have to be a whole other episode. But so I don't think that Shannon's stylist put her in something that she would have picked out. I know she ultimately did get the final say, but I think she had a lot of people being like, "Oh, that looks great. Oh, yeah, I love that on." I just feel like a stylist, every option should be something they would pick naturally, so that you don't risk them picking something that is not their style. That's just not Shannon Storm's boudoir. Yeah. It just looked like Erica Jane.
It looked like one of her kids should have worn it. Like it was just too young.
Tamara looked, well, are we tooting or booting?
I'm still going to toot it just because
altogether it was
bad.
I think.
I just didn't.
Do you want me to say the mean shallow thing that I'm thinking?
Yeah.
It's just, if her neck were tighter, it wouldn't have looked as bad.
Oh.
She wouldn't have looked as out of place and old. She's had some work and I think maybe a lift, but I don't think she's had the neck pulled back. You got to do the neck too. And it just the neck and the back of your hands, people, that is where people clock your age.
Oh, for sure.
So the tech neck is kind of being more acceptable. I see tech neck on 17-year-olds and stuff now. The wrinkles from looking at your phone. Tech neck.
Oh, I know.
Not
I have
turkey,
one.
not like a gobble. That's
I have a
when you're
line
old.
right here.
That's called tech neck.
I know, and I
don't like it. That used to be way older.
How do you not have it?
Because, honey, I take very good care of myself, and I listen to Paris Hilton, who always advised me to, when I use my phone, to look up at it. Might be why I had to have neck surgery and have screws and plates put in because I was too busy taking selfies.
Where that?
But I do have like some neckline, but I also have a scar here.
Oh, you do have a little bit.
From where I had
Just
surgery.
Just because you turned, I could see it.
From where I had
But
surgery.
it's not bad.
And when the surgeon looked at me and said, "I'm going to hide the scar in the folds of your neck," I was like, oh no, I don't have it timed right enough. I was like, pretend I'm still saying it. I was like,
yeah.
You're going to put it where?
Yeah, that's awful.
And he was like, the folds of your neck. And I was like, okay, you didn't change your wording. Let's move on.
Yes, that's fine.
So that's all I'll say is I think she would have pulled it off because it just was for someone who was either looked younger
and her hair
or was
way
younger.
too
and that
big.
sounds bad, but I mean, it is what it is.
But her hair, it was like 50 pounds. She basically had on a wig.
And she justified it by saying it's not as bad as Teresa's, which if that's the standard we're setting now, if that's
where we are.
If that's high hair, then there's going to be some old ladies in church that look crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to boot Tamara because she wore pink again like she always does, did her hair like she always does. She only looks good because she had her face pulled tight and like, not that there's anything wrong with that. The minute I can and do and will afford
you're
it,
going to do it for sure.
It's going to be yanked to Jesus.
But I'm going to boot it too. And I did not like her hair.
I thought it was too safe.
Yeah, it was too safe for her. And then like, I didn't like the braid down the middle of her hair. Like, again, I'm just like, you're in your mid 50s. Like, what are we doing?
Boring jewelry. Nothing made a statement. It was just like, you're pink and tan. We get it. You're Orange County housewife.
You also said when we were talking about Heather and like if people are jealous of her and that kind of thing, you talked about like Tamara Sheehan dress.
Yeah. Like everybody, like, did she say someone had like a 60, like a, what were they talking about? They were talking about the price of something. I don't know. They were saying Heather sold her house for $55 million, and I said, yeah, and Tamara bought that dress for $50 at Shein, but that's expensive for Shein, so that'd be like Shein X. So I mean, at least she splurged for that. But that's what it looked like. It looked like something she got off Shein or Wish or Fashion Nova or ice cream's so good.
So if we loop around to Heather,
well, let's do Andy. I loved he was very beach dress. Like he had like his collar unbuttoned.
I don't even remember.
He had his collar unbuttoned and like a sports coat, no tie. I'm pretty sure. And he had his facial hair. It looked more like beach.
He always
wedding.
looks so good, and I think his hair is so nice. I was gonna say earlier when we were watching it that like his silver is so gorgeous, but like he could have things done to make it look that good too. But it's nice.
I really want him to get Botox. I respond. What?
I feel like my mic sounds funny.
No, you sound fine.
Okay. I feel like I'm also like breathing into it.
How about now? Does that sound
How
better?
about now?
Does it sound okay?
I think it sounds good.
All right. I'm going to have to check it here in a little bit. But anyway.
But
Heather. I toot it because I like that it was like Heather Dubrow and she's in black. Like,
yeah, and she had like little cutouts in it.
Yeah, and her body looked great. So I give her a toot. Taylor Armstrong, I give a toot.
Oh yeah, we forgot about Taylor because she was barely there.
Yeah,
I do like her hair, that like mid length.
Yes, I do like that too. It really makes her look a little bit younger. Yeah, not that you guys, the standard for my life is not looking young. I apologize if that's what it sounds like, but it kind of is too.
But then I think Gina looked amazing.
Gina looked amazing. A+. I loved every little piece of Gina. I loved the green on her.
Oh, yeah.
I loved her
eye
hair,
makeup
her
was
eye
nice.
makeup. She probably had the thickest layer of makeup on.
For sure.
You keep looking at something. Does something sound weird to you?
No.
Okay, you promise?
I just keep moving my microphone away because I feel like I'm like
Whitney Houston. When
I think
she's
my like nose. I think I'm like breathing into it. So I'm just bringing it to my mouth when it's my turn.
Well, yeah, we did take our. You could hold your condom in front of it.
Well, I also feel like I keep clearing my throat, so I just.
I'm not editing those out.
I'm like way too like comfortable now, and I'm like just coughing into the
It's
microphone.
fine. Get comfortable. Just fart.
Put on
it.
a comfy.
Just don't let it fart out.
But anyway, so. I also like that Taylor, like clearly, like she lived in Beverly Hills. She lives in the OC.
She's
like
thriving
she could
in the
look
OC.
super fake, but I feel like she looks
She looked. I mean, honey,
Like,
those lips.
she doesn't look
she'll
like she's-
never be able to look natural.
No,
with those
but like I
lips.
feel like her face, like she doesn't look like she's 30, but she doesn't look bad. Like
no.
she just
she looks great.
realistically
Whatever
like
she's
her
had done,
age. I think it's good. It's
I
like
think-
more natural what she's done, I think.
I think her and Rinna are the two housewives that have at least admitted to, and I think are the only ones, in my opinion, like with my eye that I can tell and catch and clock, that have lip implants, so they'll
Right.
never be able to change what they did to them.
Yeah.
And they did it way before like the art of filler was like really perfected the way it is now, and so they kind of like missed out on that.
Yeah.
So they'll forever have, if you've ever wondered why they haven't adapted to the times and kind of like
Done less
Yeah.
or whatever.
and wondered why theirs looked
because it's
weirder than other
permanent.
people who got huge ones, because they have like actual implants in there, and if you take your lip implants out, your lips will go
Yeah, I assume it stretched the skin out.
yeah, and you can't like really fill that in with filler,
No.
because that would be a lot of filler. That would be like 12
Oh, yeah.
syringes.
So the last one was Jen, and we loved the color
Yeah,
of her
she
dress.
looks great in that color, and she's such a good sport. Good for her for even
Oh, I
doing
know.
the show this year. I would not if I were her, but
I
she.
feel like you could just edit me out.
Yeah, I would not. We'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah.
There's only like 3 main topics about this whole reunion, so
For
we have
sure.
to stretch it out and talk about absolutely nothing else.
But those sleeves were just bad.
Yeah, the Scarlett O'Hara curtain dress like is what it looked like.
Yeah.
I
it
can
wasn't-
only think of the Carol
and then her
Burnett
hair,
version, but-
like, I'm not going to make fun of somebody's ears. Like, your ears are your ears. But, like, the way she had her hair tucked and it was so straight.
Well, I think her
they
hair
just,
was
like,
heavy.
They
She's
just,
probably
like,
got
stuck
pounds
out.
of extensions on that
Yeah.
ear.
Well, and so John said, he was like, if somebody would have, like, pinned her hair in such a way and blah, 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 like, it would have looked so much better. But
I wouldn't listen to him. He dropped out of beauty school. He's a beauty school dropout.
I trust him.
Beauty school dropout. But I'll semi-toot her, I guess. Just, I don't give her a full fart.
I'm booting
She just
it.
toots.
Booting her
You're
out.
going to boot her out? I just feel bad for her.
Sorry,
So
Jen.
let's just talk about her. She should have never done this show, the poor thing. She's not a reality TV show. She doesn't have a personality that captures me. And
No,
I may
and
be
she seems like
biased, but
a nice woman.
yeah, she seems like a great gal. Great
like
gal.
the fact
to-
that she like fostered kids and then adopted her son.
would
and
love to
all that
talk
kind
to
of
her at a
stuff.
party if there's no one.
Yeah.
Like if I'm
She
meeting
seems
new
like a
people.
great person.
Yeah, but she should not have done that show. And I am pretty
She
positive.
needs to be a one and done.
I was
for her
I'm
sake.
pretty positive that she's the only reason Tamra was able to secure a rollback. So I have a feeling Tamra,
Even though Tamra said
she didn't get her on the show.
she
or
didn't
whatever.
get her on the show.
I don't believe
It's
that because
ridiculous.
she was the only one
They
with
didn't
the
pluck
pre-existing.
Jen out of nowhere.
No, she's been on the show before. I told you
I
that.
know, but like it's not like they just like remembered her from like being
Right.
there before to be like,
So
oh,
I really
she's gonna be
think
on the
that
show.
Tamra was like, if I get back on, like I definitely have a storyline because I'm not afraid to call out Jen. I've been wanting to in real life, but
Right.
so I would definitely expose this. But
I don't like it.
Tamra has gone too far. She's like, even as an avid reality show lover, like I don't want to watch heartbreak, like watching heartbreak and
No,
watching
and they just like
someone
keep
struggle with
turning
something.
the knife and just like
Vanderpump
let
Rules
it
is different because
go.
they got what they deserved. Like they were doing
yeah.
shady shit and knew they were on a show and had been doing it for years, and it was like
Right, but
not
she
a
like
shock-
brought
like-
her friend on the show
yeah,
just
set
to bash
up,
her about her boyfriend and what he does.
and gassed her up before production started. And was like,
Yes.
"This is gonna be so excited to take this journey with you," and I can just hear it in my, I can just hear
for
it.
sure.
And
But then she's also like, it's not just like she can say, oh, I just like, I feel for you. Like, you're my friend. I just know you could do better. She's also like, well, you were a cheater. You cheated on your
yeah,
ex-husband.
and she just won't let it go. Like
no, and like she
it's like
acts
if you
like
know
she's
that about your
okay.
friend, then just like keep it
Right.
tucked away. Like, but I don't think Jen had any idea what she was getting into. I don't think she had any idea that Tamra
Was going to
do this to her. I think Tamra gassed her up so that she could have a good storyline. Tamra
Oh, for
was
sure. Because otherwise, what was Tamra's storyline this year?
nothing.
The fact that they closed the gym?
unless she was stirring something of someone else's, there was nothing.
There was nothing. She was just like talking bad about Heather.
Even Shannon had the decency to actually do something shitty to have to talk about, like, and did it on accident, really. Like,
right.
she didn't plan on, but like someone who has a Housewives podcast and it was on it for years and years, and you don't think she knew exactly what she was doing.
Oh, yeah.
She did, and it pisses me off. And then she inserts herself into everybody else's fight or like anybody else's package. I know that's weird to say, but that's
but that's
like
what it
they
is.
each get a package.
She's just like so fake that she's like, oh, I feel for you, or asking questions, or
like
Terry was
that?
sick, or
After just like ripping your fucking head. Like, the one thing I used to respect kind of about Tamara, but is that she'll like stab you. She won't stab you in the back. She'll stab you in the chest and look right at you. And, like, that's Housewives 101. Like, that is, people are gonna like betray you, but you don't think people are gonna like gas you up and get you ready to be on the show and like are dragging you onto the show with you to totally ruin you. Like, I just think it's too far.
Kind of friend.
I think it's nasty. If you have to do that, then we don't need you. No. She brought nothing good. Like, I don't know. I hate her like fake crying when all of a sudden she can just cry and then she's done.
And there's no tears.
And she inserts herself into everybody else's business so she gets some sort of screen time. Like, I'm just tired of her.
And I can't believe they gave her like the best seat right next to Andy.
I know.
They just like fed right into it.
I think it was in her contract to get her back and do this experiment. I think she wanted like top billing. I want seat, because the things that are negotiated. I mean, if I've learned anything from Bethany Frankel's insane TikTok account, it's like how detailed contracts can be and stuff with Housewives and which, by the way, if you ever need to kill 24 hours, go down Bethany Frankel's TikTok, because she's a nut, but I'm kind of here for it and I'm kind of not, because she's like kind of just like when what housewife says, when someone tells you you're dead, it's time to lie down. Who says that? Who said that?
I feel like
I think it was Tamara who said that. No, it's a real quote. I'm pulling it from a reunion.
I know, but I
think
like
Heather Dubrow said it. I think Heather Dubrow said it. When everybody tells you you're dead, it's time to lie down. I'm pretty sure she said something like that. I don't
remember.
I see Heather saying it in my mind, but
I might have to Google that.
But I'm just over Tamara. I'm sorry. I'm gonna title this.
Well, we
episode.
could talk about her next, just because we're already talking about her.
Well, that's all. I mean, that's all I have to say. That's all. I don't really want to dignify the rest of her even season. Really, she drug Vicky on, like it's all been like a Trace Amigas tour promotion thing. Yeah, we get it. You're three old bitches that like each other, but I don't believe I believe you're capitalizing on something that was real at one point, but now you've gotten it back together to make money off of it. I don't like it. I see through it. I don't think they're as close as they were when they first were the Trace Amigas or whatever.
Alexis okay, let me start over.
Alexis Bellino.
Heather Dubrow said it.
Thank you.
To Alexis Bellino on a reunion show. If everyone says you're dead, it's time to lie down.
I knew someone said that.
That is a good one.
Weird things go through my mind at all times. But
yeah, so there's nothing else to say about Tamara. She's just as ridiculous. She won't apologize. She won't see anything wrong that she did.
No, they should have just brought Vicky back if they were going to bring back someone irritating.
Seriously, I would have much rather seen her.
Me too, because even when she irritates me, I like her. We
wouldn't be here without her. I know. There's still something about her that I'd be into. Do you want to talk about Shannon then, since she's like in that realm? Same type of.
Can we just say, I don't know how much last minute re-editing went into the reunion, and how, like, because they edit things up until like it premieres.
Yeah, for sure.
And so like after Shannon's DUI, I think that
maybe they edited some stuff out.
No, I think they probably edited more of Gina in.
I
bet that segment was expanded.
So basically, like, Gina was talking about the fact
because the foreshadowing is...
Yes, because they showed something she had said during the season about like what she thinks was Shannon's drinking problem, and she's like, and when she goes to rehab and she gets to that step, like, I can't wait for my apology. And the thing is, Shannon just won't apologize. If someone
know.
would talk about your children,
I know.
like children are always off limits. Like how many series have we had to see how many franchises that different people have had to say children are off limits.
Yeah.
Don't talk about children. And her children are young.
Yeah.
And
They're like, I mean, she's our age. She's like an elder millennial.
yeah.
So
So
I'm
she-
a millennial. You're an elder millennial.
So she has children,
Technically.
young children. Shut up. And like,
I'm Generation A.
She
I'm
had to-
14.
shut up.
Look at my big boobs.
so she had to say something about, like she won't let it go what she did to help Gina.
Yeah, 4
Even
years ago,
though-
she gave her a phone number and helped her.
Yes.
Like, she forged a connection. She was like a
To like
real-
have a
an-
lawyer.
a relationship. What's it called? Broker. Just
Yeah,
she
that was
brokered
it.
a quick
Which is
relationship.
wonderful. And obviously
Yeah.
Gina has thanked her, but like they agreed last year that she was going to stop bringing
And then
it
she
up.
said, "I have a laundry list of nice things I've done." And I looked at you, and what did I say?
Well, we both agreed that if you have to tell people what a great person
you have to
are,
if you have to keep a laundry list
then
of how
clearly
nice
you're not a
you've
nice
been,
person.
you're not nice. Like,
Yeah,
I am a saint.
I am just
So like my
nice.
notes app would be full, and I have the biggest iPhone capacity there is.
It's the opposite of Giselle's list.
Yeah, it would be a huge list.
Or Jessel's
Jessel's
list. I was like,
list.
Giselle.
Jessel.
But yeah, so like Gina, I feel like
There was a lot of
has
foreshadowing
done
in the
great,
thing.
like, you know, if we were to talk about her, like she and her ex-husband have had a great relationship.
I have
They've
never seen
mended.
since the Vanderpump Rules reunion. I haven't seen someone get a better licking than Gina got to give Shannon.
Yeah.
And I loved it,
She
especially
deserved
knowing
it.
what was coming.
Yes.
And just what I love.
She just wouldn't say, I'm sorry.
because usually when a
that was a
housewife-
shitty thing I said.
Yes. Usually
I'm
when a
sorry.
housewife gets mad about something and gets overly mad and starts screaming, it's usually still like you're being dramatic.
Yeah.
But this I was like, I even think I said
You
get her.
did.
It was like I was watching sportsball and stuff. I was like, you get her, get her, get her, because she deserved it.
Yeah.
And I tend to still like Shannon and lean to liking Shannon, but she's doing a bunch of stuff wrong. She did that, and she wants to
She's just not likable right
get
now
drunk
with what
and
she's doing.
tell everybody her business and then not talk about it when the cameras are on. She did that to herself. I don't feel bad for her.
No, not at all. And
Gina was really deserved in everything she said.
Yes.
I didn't think there was too much yelling, too much anger. Scott was like, she has crazy eyes.
I
And
don't
was
think
like,
she said anything like
no.
out of line. She didn't make
No.
fun of Shannon or do anything else.
She
and she even
got
said
her
she
when
was
she
like,
didn't know the kids' names. She
oh
got,
my God.
you
She
could
was like,
even
I
see
have known you for
Shannon's face.
6 years and you don't even know my children's names.
Well, I just like how it was first out of like, what's their names?
And she immediately was like, Sienna and
Sienna, and then Gina goes, yes, and then Shannon just goes,
yeah. She's like, well, I just can't think of it right now, like on the spot. And she
Yeah.
was like, don't ever put my kids'
When
names
you
in your
don't
mouth
even know
again.
their
You don't
name.
even know their names.
and
Don't
then
talk
Shannon
about
still
them.
goes, yes, I do. I
Right.
wish I wanted Gina to be like,
Well-
okay, then here's your second chance.
Right.
What are their names?
But it's still like such a Teresa situation where it's like
it is.
everybody's like playing the clips, telling you, like Emily sitting next to her, like, well, after you saw it, like, didn't you understand? Couldn't you still reach out?
This is what I
then or
feel like
whatever?
when I hear
It's like she didn't have to have
Shannon.
a thank you, right?
just no sense. She's making no. I'm like, all you have to say is sorry.
Right. Like she's.
If
It's not even
everybody's
like
telling
she's
you you're
doubling
dead,
down.
It's time to lay down.
Right. It doesn't make any sense.
No, but I thought that was very well deserved. That got a bulky like 15 to 20 minutes, like because it was like
Yeah.
it started before a commercial break and ended after.
That was a big portion.
So that's
of the
why
episode.
I feel like they edited more into that.
Yeah.
Because we didn't really hear. There wasn't besides Jen and that's pretty much the only
Right.
thing. And Heather, we can talk real quick. I want to wrap this up because it's
Yeah.
4 a.m. It's not really. It is to us. But I want to talk. We got into a debate before the podcast about, not really a debate because I see both. There's good people on both sides.
Oh God.
Heather,
About Heather?
how she sounds better than everyone, and the fact is she is better than everyone. First of all, and like the things you measure, I'm using air quotes
Yes,
to
of
make
course.
that people use to say I'm better than
Yeah,
you.
that like
in
and I just mean
comparison to them,
better as far as like successful.
right? She is. I mean,
She's been married to her husband the longest.
Yeah.
They seem to have a great relationship. Same with her
and
children.
that's why
They
she
seem to be
sounds
close.
so out of touch, is because she is out of touch, and how
Because it's just like a different echelon.
as a watcher and like of the people who love Housewives and like we want people like her. How much are we going to punish her for being herself?
Right, because on like the spectrum of like
She's actually, I
it's
think,
like
very
Gina would
nice.
probably be like the lowest just because she's like the most normal.
Yeah.
And is just like she's from Long Island. She's still like young. She's been divorced, so I'm sure she's not like super like rich or successful at the moment.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's starting up her real estate career. Hopefully like she does great.
Right.
Her boyfriend. But like on the opposite end of the spectrum are the Dubrows. They've been married for like 20 something, 30 years or whatever.
Have
He's a very
perfect children that are like queer,
successful,
handled it wonderfully, like I mean,
Yeah.
just like a great life, and like
yeah.
so. and
So they
she-
probably are jealous, but I love that
probably
she was
just
like,
more a content person.
what did she say? I don't subscribe to that word.
I don't subscribe to that word.
And I loved that because what did you say about when people call other people jealous?
Yeah, if you like accept it, you're admitting it. I feel like.
Well, yeah, you were just saying that like you look so much better if you're just like, no, that's not what it is.
Right.
Like-
Just don't try to think of an excuse for your like. Just, I mean, we're punishing her for her personality. But that's also why she's on reality TV. So we can't.
Right.
They
she's
can't
just
keep coming at her
she's just
for
a
how
different
she
type of person to
sounds
be on the show.
when she says something. She sounds out of touch because she is out of touch. And the minute you tell her that something she said didn't land, isn't she always the first one to say, "I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry."
Yeah, not at all. Because I think that she wasn't saying like, "Oh, you're so cute" to Taylor.
No, but
like
I
she was
told
being
you why
shitty.
that sounds
Yeah.
to Taylor.
But I think that's
condescending.
also because Taylor was probably very self-conscious, thinking like Heather's actually been an actress. Like she
Yeah.
has a SAG card. I'm coming in as someone with no experience.
Yeah.
So I feel self-conscious. But that's on you. I don't think it's Heather's problem.
Everybody's
I think
problem
it's
with
their
Heather is
problem.
actually their problem with themselves because
Yes.
they pick out in Heather something about them that they feel
Right.
not as up to par with Heather about and go at her about it.
And the
So,
person
like,
that makes me the most upset about it is Emily.
yeah,
and I
Emily
realize,
kind of
like-
I love Emily, but she kind of won't drop it with Heather. But I
Yes.
think she sees a way to continue to get like screen time and stuff by like
Yes.
fighting with Heather, so she does. And it's easy in that group probably to look at her and have an issue like that and say the way you said that sounds X, Y, or Z
Yeah.
because Heather again does not know she sounds like that,
Right.
does not mean to sound like
And
that.
obviously, it
So it's
wasn't nice
easy-
when she called her Snuffleupagus.
Right. I mean, there are things that Heather does, but they're just as bitchy as like a poor person. But like they think that everything is different because of her money.
Right.
So her money changes how people think she should act. Like she can still say like a joke or say something about you and make fun of you.
Right. And at the end of the day, maybe she's just not funny.
Exactly.
Or
That's
like
what it
her
is.
sense
Like,
of humor
she
just isn't really the same as everybody
she's
else's.
like-
So like just let it go.
she's like a teacher funny.
Right.
Not
like a
and
dad
I know
joke.
my best friend Amy is a teacher and she's listening
Oh,
to this. I'm so glad.
the
my-
power just
Yeah,
flickered.
the power just went off, but it
Woo.
didn't affect this because it's all battery.
Wow. Thank
Yes,
goodness.
bitch. I would have been. You would have seen.
We would have been like, all right, well, we're done.
Unleashed, yeah. But she has like a substitute teacher's
Yes.
like sense of humor. Like
Like
she would be a
dad
cool
jokey.
substitute, and like she would make me laugh. Like, haha, you're an adult. That's so funny. Oh, you have queer children. Great. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're an ally. Whatever. Like, but but she's not entertaining in
Yeah.
in and of herself. Is that how you say it?
I guess
She-
so.
in and
yeah.
of herself. She does not provide me entertainment, but I enjoy her as part of the group.
For sure.
Like, I don't listen to her podcast because I don't picture her entertaining me.
No.
So, and I don't need the richest woman in the world. It's kind of like I don't give a shit who Oprah interviews anymore either because we all know she don't care. She's
Right.
rich as fuck. She doesn't
Yeah, that's
care
just
what
over now.
Meghan Markle has to say, really and truly. Or like she really is just doing it for the money at this point. And that's how I feel about like Heather doing a podcast. Like, you have $55 million and you're going to take money from
just from that.
Yeah. Well, just from your house. You have $55
Right. That's what I
million,
mean. So it's like,
and you're going to
so
take
she has even more.
tons of money from iHeartMedia and like interview people. Like, you're just not down to earth enough to host. Like,
but like, so
same
the only
with Bethany, kind of.
So the only housewife we haven't really talked about was Emily, and I love her, but like, did she have a storyline this year?
No, she just made sure to facilitate everything everybody said to each other.
Right. Which was kind of similar to Tamara.
Yeah, but she had
But not in like a hateful
she
kind
had
of
to
way.
spread what Tamara was saying. Like, she had to.
Right. But like, she didn't have a storyline, but she was just like stirring the pot.
Yeah, but I enjoyed her.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy her. And there wasn't as much of like Gina and Emily's friendship this year because I love the two of them together.
Yeah, there was not a lot of them.
No. So hopefully they can come back next year and we can have more of that, because
I hope so.
Do you think
I just think Gina focused too much on her relationship with Heather, and like, I just don't think someone not poor, but that poor can be friends with someone that rich, and not, if you're not 100% confident with yourself, which Gina isn't at all. None of these women are. They wouldn't be on the show. They're not confident enough in themselves to be friends with someone like Heather. Like, I've been friends with really pretty people, and it's hard. And my friends suffer daily because I'm so gorgeous. But no, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like, if like my friend from college now is way richer than me because she actually used her degree and got a job and like has kids in a pool, and I'm like,
like,
I can get Taco Bell like every 2 weeks at least. Sometimes Taco Bell's gotten expensive. Don't get me started. That's a whole nother podcast.
It really is, though.
But yeah, that's part one.
So there's only 6 people on this franchise, and I don't think
there's going to be 8 on Potomac,
and there's 9 in Miami. So I just don't think they're all going to make it.
Our jobs are hard. Our job is hard.
Like, Jen and Tamara, I don't think should be on next year. No. So then that's only 4 people. So then are they going to bring on new people? Are they going to
I would take a soft reboot
back,
around Gina, Heather, and Emily, and then a soft reboot. Like, maybe get the geniuses from New York involved. And ask how they cast, and cast some.
Because that one is still just really good.
Because if they kept Gina in there, they could do like they could add like 2 or 3 younger than Gina's and 2 or 3 older than Gina's, and have a really good, like, get those 3 that know each other, like find a mutual friend of like the 3 of them, one of the 3 of them, and then cast from that person 2 people so that they're connected to 2 other people.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I like it.
I should just work there. Bravo, contact me. I won't give away secrets. I will.
All right, but I'm excited, but there's only going to be 1 more part. So that's not a great sign, but...
No, but we won't talk as much about OC next week. We'll just do Salt Lake City and New York, and just
sure.
We'll give an orange to the total of the reunion.
Because then before we know it, there's going to be like so many cities to talk about.
Yes. And the girls trip, and it's going to be full. But I've already told you where you can follow us. Make sure you do follow me on TikTok, though, because that is where I'm most famous. I'm Bobby from TikTok. That's what I do. I go into restaurants. I go into really fancy restaurants like Taco Bell, and I go.
You get a great table.
Yeah. And I go up to the taco artist, the taco artist, and I say, "Do you know who I am? I'm Bobby from TikTok. I have 11,800 followers.
Bobby Jean Spears.
I don't know how many of them are real. Everybody on TikTok is like a fake profile now, but
my God.
Who knows? But just follow us, follow the show. Tanya did 2 posts this week, so she's really stepping up her game.
Listen, I think there were like 3 or 4.
Maybe, but I think they were all in one day. So we will leave you with Victoria Gunvalson, Lifetime Achievement Award winner, soon to be Grammy, Tony, Emmy, whatever. EGOT. It's gonna win an award. This whole theme song. Okay, bye. Love you.
Bye.
People, we are going on a cruise for 2.5 weeks.
God, now what are we gonna do? There's no way in hell.
This is not funny. We are going on a cruise. This is not funny. You have a little family van. When do you ever bring a family van to pick up 6 people? Okay? This is ridiculous. You guys are everywhere. Why are you sitting in a family van?
Honey, we're just gonna
Sing it
make
with
this
us.
work, you know?
I was expecting a mimosa. We're just going to have to make it work.